Yeah, I think the first couple of shows were beginner veering on intermediate, and this is intermediate
This
level.
is this is advanced.
It's definitely intermediate for Steven. You know,
Unfortunately, I think anything with shaders already starts at like intermediate. So.
Yes.
oh
There's
right,
that too.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Well, you know, like I said, you can get into the plug and play sort of aspect of using the API, you know, the prefabs that are already there, kind of like Photoshop. I always go back to the Photoshop analogy, right? I mean, you can use a blur, you can use a Gaussian blur, you can get some glass effect, you can get some mosaic, you know, and you don't need to know anything. But as soon as you want to do a solar flare with some whatever and make it look like it's translucent, you're like, I gotta go get a Photoshop cookbook because I don't know what's going on. Right. And I was thinking that actually while you were talking, I was like, man, I could see where you could do a whole cookbook on something and say, okay, if you want to do this type of effect, here's the code for that, and if you want to do this type of effect, here's the code for that. You know, and you know, so you might want to talk to Brian over there about creating a cookbook.
I imagine it's not easy. It's a lot of work involved.
Oh, sure, yeah.
A couple of you have done books, so Ryan and Ed, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if anyone else has, but
Right. Well, even a guide, even I say cookbook, I mean just like I'm thinking a PDF. It's just like, or you know, whatever. So if you could definitely know if you knew you could monetize it in some way, it would be. I think there would be a market for it. People like myself would pay for that for sure.
I think I'll start doing plugins once I get some time to sink into it. But
Yeah, and there you go. There's another. Thanks for that transition. There's another opportunity as well, doing plugins, and you can.
I'm wondering with that thing about pasting snippets, what the policy would be on that, because I could make things depend on that, but I don't know. A dependent plugin, I don't know.
Yeah. Definitely be something to explore. I think there would be a lot of people who don't want to do other things that could, you know, it could be served by that, something like that. So anyway, well, great. Well, that's excellent. Thanks for going through that, for spending the time and sharing that with us. Like I said, next time we're going to talk about the social plugin. Start doing some. You know, these are questions that have come up in the forum. Have been topics that have been suggested to us. You know, things like business apps, social media integration, those types of things. So we're trying to roll those into the show as well. Also, I wanted to mention one last thing just before we go, and that is, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's called Warra, smash WordPress and Corona together. Wonra. I can't even say it. It's WORONA. I'll put a link in the show notes, but it's .org. If you go there, they have this turn your WordPress blog into a native app. And this just came across my email box earlier before the show. And apparently they have a WordPress plugin. You can put it on your site, and then you can give you the code for your app, so you can easily build it into a native app using Corona SDK. So kind of interesting stuff. So and it's also said that it's open source. It can be extended. It can be edited. You can make extensions. All this other stuff. I'm thinking, well, this is interesting in a bunch of different levels. One, you know, it's pulling information from WordPress, which I know that's been a topic of discussion before. People were wanting to do something very similar. It also has you know, aspects of being able to, you know, then turn that into a native application. So I'm kind of like, this is kind of cool. So I haven't had a chance to explore it yet. I've downloaded the app from the App Store and kind of gave it a cursory look. But if you're interested in that sort of thing, give it a shot. And if you have feedback on it, let us know. Maybe we'll cover it in an upcoming show or something. We've had time to explore it. But there you go. That's what it is right now, just a piece of information. So thanks, guys, for being here. We'll be back here next Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific to talk all about mobile app development using Corona SDK. Be sure to join us tomorrow night at next Tuesday. Tomorrow's Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we will talk after dark. All right. Have a great week and happy coding.
Adios. Cheers.